Hi, my name is Shyam Bhattrai. I am a test automation engineer and I have been working in the software industry for over 7 years now. And my specialization is in quality assurance and test automation. But enough about myself. I'd first of all like to congratulate you on choosing to take the CTFL certification provided by ISTQB. The ISTQB is a highly reputable international body issuing certifications to the testers based on the understanding of the best practices and knowledge. This level in particular is the starting point and is a prerequisite to the long list of certifications that ISTQB offers under advanced specialization courses. So once you've completed this course, the doors will be open to you to take any further courses that you want. This certification equips the one taking the test to have a basic understanding of the philosophy behind software testing. Why is a software tested? What value does it add? And what are the typical ways how quality can be achieved before we ship the application to the end users? These are some of the questions that we will be talking about and discussing about throughout this course. Along the way, you will gain valuable knowledge regarding the different test practices related to the corresponding development phase and how you, as a QA engineer, can add value to your team in each of those phases. Let's say, for example, you are working closely with the development team, and actually, even before that, when the requirement documents comes to you, even then, testing is required so that you can write the tests even before a single line of code is actually written. Below is a bird's-eye view of the entire CTFL course and the areas where we will be diving in pretty soon. We have some interesting topics to cover, some of which you may have already been using in your current company, while others which you may not have heard before. So just remember, the objective of this course is not to make you a perfect expert in every aspect of these paradigms, but however, to give you an acquaintance with these existing practices so that you have more vocabulary or you have more tools under your tool belt so that you can recognize which tool to use under which circumstance. The ISTQB categorizes the learning objectives under 4 different categories. The one where you need to remember these definitions, specifications, they all fall under K1. You pretty much have to memorize this. There is no other way around it. But also try to remember their functionality along the way. K2 covers the concepts that needs to be understood, where the student is expected to be able to categorize these concepts based on how they are used or their applicability. K3, on the other hand, checks whether the student has developed the ability to implement the techniques to solve real life problems. So you have to use these concepts that you learned to solve some real life problems. The real life problems could be related to a project deadline which is approaching rapidly and you need to perform some of the tests. So which technique would you use? So this is just an example. And finally, K4 covers the analytical aspect of the understanding, where the student is expected to analyze their subject matter. So the student needs to understand the deeper working philosophy behind the concepts that they know. All of the CTFL related materials can be downloaded from the official ISTQB website. Also, I personally found the book Foundations of Software Testing to be very helpful in getting an in-depth understanding of the contents of the syllabus. Some of the contents in ISTQB syllabus are too ambiguous or short to fully understand the concepts. So this is when this book came in and I referred to it personally and it clarified me as well on many of the different subject matters, where the ISTQB syllabus was not was very brief in its description. So enough talking. Let's officially dive right into the first chapter of the CTFL certification syllabus, and that is fundamentals of testing. So whenever we think of testing, we should always have this question: what truly is testing? Well, the answer to this might be ridiculously simple to many people. Well, isn't testing simply testing the software? Well, actually there's more to testing than just running a couple of tests against the software. Actually, it is a common misconception that testing is simply running the tests, or software testing is just verification of the user requirement documents or the use cases. You see, as software becomes more and more prevalent in today's society, its demand for reliability and quality is far more than ever before. For example, self-driving cars, robots performing critical surgeries, or space missions. All of these require softwares, and even a small error in these softwares could result in terrible accidents. So you see how testing is very critical in these mission critical softwares. Now here we come across two different terminologies. The first one is test objectives and another one is test object. Well, as the name suggests, test objectives is a reason or purpose for designing and executing a test, and test object is the system or the component that is being tested.